Ebusia mami cha na mo akwa abasonko emfa possible multimedia. Eni di kwan so ene ni dedi kan we ni etwa channel so YouTuber. Jebre na share video no mani nkwa wie so share no like or comment or subscribe we no share content no and also recommend the channel no ama unu ebi so enya videos ni bi. Ahwe ebusia mpempem ameno ka say dey anytime any day ameno bebo mpuni mpu ewe video so no me ma we aware say aha amanyon se ma etwa go e man Ghana mu edi kan edit no eno ena abreni na mo son for Francis atumi di nsem no echi edomo asuko ankasa ekọ hwe no kwani bi na me de bi aba be som e wa fidi kase so na mpempe ameno kase de ye nyina yinim se 2024 election year. To be very specific with you, I can just some few months na Ghana ni papa biara enya akonya ne se obekọ akoto aba akyere adwen ama ye nyina ya bom eyi panin kura ana panin ba ko a menu mienu nyina na se wo ene me yesusu se osefata se obeboa ye man Ghana amana afane ntoma pa efra enuntinama various political parties NDC NPP the new force movement for change any gum for so eka ho omo nyina ye wada omo toto nyoma yi se de be yankunimdi ebekọ edi amamu ufa ha ene ye se o NPP flag bearer ene ni team akwa mu el voter ufa ha ye se the new force akopie mu el ashama ufa ha ye se Mahama Abachakrade and many others obianso ekitane policy and also obianso edini manifesto ababontin na say the el koso ne say we a politician now o represent party bi na wanonte ye e wo said ye kasa obedwemu a ebuhia honestly speaking obekwa kwehia party bi eba amane guenimu ase e wo TV so adentina me kasa empempe ameno kasa de Dr. Bernard Okoe a medical doctor by profession a osan ye politician oye ona recently na oye boss Emma NHIA yes one Felix Kwakye a ono so ye former deputy minister of information na ebusia nkrofo we mienu we ekohia mu ewo ena Felix Kwakye try is obey disrespect Dr. Bawumia. Come and see Dr. Bernard Okoe emanity as say you are rather wabodam wo ena wabodam enye Dr. Bawumia. How dare you say obey disrespect me leader hey na nya wo prayer na ye wo man mu a so many years back allegedly Kwakye campaign na okupie oba bi de ma sebe na open na wini o refi wo honsem aba betna TV so try say o be gu Dr. Bawumia ni mu ase asa disrespect no e wo memani abusia yanko ne nkonko tie challenge a Dr. Okoe edema Felix Kwakye e wo live program so wa bra or try say obe disrespecting the flag bearer for the NPP party, Dr. Bawumia. Yetie wie na bibi eche wadwe ni de kwan to feel free na che wadwe comment section no. As Yakopon inshayin.
Who comically said going to the IMF means economic mismanagement. He didn't know what he was talking about.
He didn't say
we challenged him. Like what he was talking did not make sense.
It's a sign of distress, economic distress.
Why? Who brought a distress? Who put the country to go to Randy, who forced the distress? Randy Mills went to the IMF in 2009.
JM was president for 8 years.
Yes.
What happened?
Bawumia has managed the economy for 8 years. He says he has solutions to the
economy.
Why are those solutions? No,
so 8 years.
8 years.
Bawumia
was in charge of the economy.
8 years.
He says he has solutions to the depreciation of the exchange rate. After he gave us lectures. In fact, his lecture notes are still available.
But John Mahama said he will give us stable currency. And yes. We saw the worst depreciation.
No. What was the depreciation in 10 months in 2020?
From 1 city to 400%. No, St. George said 394.
No, let him do the calculation. From 4 to 16.
From 1 to 4.
No, 4 to 16, do it.
4
to 16, do it.
Do 1 to 4.
No, 4 to 16, do it. Randy, but let me tell you something.
4 to 16 is 400%.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
1 to 4 is
Don't worry, let me tell you something.
1 to 4.
Randy.
Randy.
Oh, please.
3.7.
What percentage is that? 3.7.
Randy, we are percentage depreciation now. It is not 400. It's 320 something percent.
Randy.
Oh, why do you keep on backing?
320.
Wait a minute. I'm telling you, Randy. Okoe, if I give you the formula today and you calculate it,
Felix.
Please. Oh, no,
Just answer one.
No.
The 320, which one is
Randy,
that?
you see, it doesn't make sense. Randy, first of all, it does not even make sense what he's doing. Yeah. And with the greatest respect to you, I beg your pardon. It's not you I'm referring to. See, that senseless argument stems from Bawumia's disrespect for the people of Ghana. When he tells you that an exchange rate of 16 to 1 in terms of dollar and Ghana city relationship is better than 4 to 1. Right? With the greatest respect, that is madness. Oh yes, sir. If you ever make that argument, you tell me that I am a businessman. I go to the forest bureau and I have to pay $16 to get 16 cedis to get $1. That is better than when I had to pay 4 cedis to get $1. Right? Even if you did the computation for both rate of change and you use the right formula to calculate depreciation, the rate of depreciation under Bawumia is higher than under Mahama. Number 2, if anybody tells you that an economy that cannot pay its debts has defaulted, it's better than one in which we service debt regularly, that is pure madness. And I'm not missing words. You see, we have to stop the comical disrespect of the electorate. It is bad enough that you have run the economy down. You can say that yes, things are bad. I have drawn lessons. I have new proposals to fix it. But let nobody ever. And you see, one of the reasons why I have lost respect for many journalists who attended that, here's what they call it, press briefing, is that they sat down for him to make this argument that the economy has been managed better.
They couldn't have argued with him.
Why not? Randy, but they had opportunity.
That's not a forum for
Randy, they had opportunity to ask questions. You see, when the first question was asked, and he made this, somebody came back, right? How does any sane person sit down for Bawumia to tell him that this economy has been managed better than the one that he inherited? Why? Your debt to GDP ratio went to 104%. Randy, in the first 10 months of 2022, the city lost 54% of its value. Never happened in our history. 54% in just 10 months. How could you have? Randy, look at the interest rates today. Almost 40%. When you took over, it was around 28%. Your credit status is junk. Somebody had B minus, and you say you've managed the economy better. How can anybody make this argument? And we allow this argument to pass. So even if we put politics aside, okay, the usual banter that we do, there are some things that can never, no political leader should ever feel confident to speak to us that way, that this economy is better managed than even in your personal life. If you borrow money and you are not able to pay, are you better than me who is able to borrow money and pay? This is common sense. And if a leader cannot subscribe to common sense, even in the things that we all can see glaringly, he has no business putting himself up for elections. And one of the reasons why I am opposed to him is that attitude. Look, leaders will always face problems. There's not one government that hasn't faced problems. Even Kufuor, who was much better than Akufo-Addo in terms of presidency, had his problems. But you see, there comes a point when you level up with people, you show them respect. You are wearing a watch that has a black leather. We all see that this thing is black. And yet, I'm standing on an argument on a platform insisting that you are wearing a red leather watch. Is that not madness?
All right. Look, yes, okay. It's important to state here clearly that when John Mahama was president, this country was not a collapsed junk. Was Banana not. Republic. Please, yes. I was quiet.
He had B minus. That was his credit. In fact, Bawumia is on record to have said that B minus meant economic mismanagement and that Mahama was incompetent. You come in and we are junk, baller, and you say that you have done better. What do you take us for?
Okay. When John Mahama inherited President Mills' office when we were growing at about 12-point-something%. Growth declined steadily until we got to 3.5. When John Mahama took over from please, what is this? Please,
3.5. It is better.
Please, Felix, let's hear.
Please, today was your growth. Last year you grew at what? 3%.
Felix, let's hear.
When John Mahama took over under Mills, inflation was a single digit. By the time JM was leaving, we were in a double-digit inflation movement. Please, I'm telling you of the record of the person you are bringing.
What was the worst inflation of Mahama?
You should have courage to absorb this.
No problem.
I kept quiet.
But you got 54%, and you are better than your Mahama. And you are better than the one who got 50%. You shouldn't even make the argument.
Please, Doc.
Felix, let's hear you.
Under John Mahama.
And Randy, they took it from 8%.
Let's hear him.
In 2018, they got 8%.
Let's hear him.
Inflation. They took it to 54%.
Don't worry. Let's hear him. Let him make his point. Let's hear him. Yes.
President Mills, may his soul rest in peace, had a single-digit inflation. This economic whiskey, JM for Felix, took it from single. Please, that is a champion. Took it from single to double digit. The biggest accumulation of debts within the short period from the time he inherited the city in 2012 to the election. The biggest. It was central bank financing.
How?
We had movement. Oh, please.
Okay,
we had movement of our debts
from 10 to 120.
Oh, you don't have.
It is bigger than 120 to 743 billion. What are you telling us?
Under John Dramani Mahama, the finances you need, the resources you need to keep the supply chain for petroleum products could not be sustained.
And how?
There were, please.
And how many times were there for? Look, the only time.
Let me talk.
Was that very weak that
please.
Against USA in the 2014.
I remember.
It was a 3 days.
Please.
3 days out of 8. Please.
I remember I remember the CEO of West Africa Gas Pipeline coming to Ghana and giving a press interview after that. Mahama has told him that they will increase tariffs so that they can pay for the gas, so we'll get power. Doc, industries. Please, Doc.
You don't owe WAPCO.
Before
don't you owe WAPCO?
Under John Mahama, I know people who were laid off at multimedia because they were told because of the power situation they couldn't keep them even.
They've packed back the baggage and
left. Under whiskey,
they've left.
So all I'm saying is that, Doc, if you check the profile, record, performance, abilities of John Mahama, and the things he's telling you now, you need to be patient. Look into what he's saying. Check whether he has maybe added some new capabilities which will make him do things differently, or he's had a change of heart.
He's suggesting that the economy has been run better today than when he left office.
Doc,
by the man who says it's an economic waste.
It is deliberate.
What is deliberate?
I'm coming and I'll make this statement. When economists talk, they say all things before they normally make most of it, they say all things being what? Equal. That's if you don't have a major disruption.
What are you talking about? Where all things equal at the moment. Is that what you're telling me?
Whether anybody likes it or not, luckily you are not only national, you are international. Inflationary movements in terms of prices of goods, if you watch all elections that have happened in the past 3-4 years in every country, every leader who comes and tells you about what COVID did to the economy, the global supply chain disruptions, which has affected prices. And that's why I was watching TV just 3 days ago. Elderly people in the UK are saying that the price of electricity and gas, they don't even know how to survive. If you check with the leaders, even those who denied COVID input and have gotten to power now, they are telling the public now that because of what COVID has done. So Felix will conveniently take away COVID. But please.
First of all, if you are a sectarian economist, you are wasting your time.
It's because please.
If you are a sectarian then what is the point? What is all the hype about?
Please. Doc.
Number two, COVID is not the only disruption Ghanaian economy has faced. Since the days of Rollins.
I'm happy I say it's not the only. So it's a disruption.
What are you talking about?
Let me conclude.
Why?
So let go come.
Even room size of
is that how cabinet ministers are treated on your show?
Yes.
And when you minister, actually,
do you treat former ministers and current ministers the same way?
No.
Oh, really?
Doc, so
no one else could go. I thought
Doc, the truth is that the pressures brought on this country by COVID. I tell people that if I hear anyone say that, Doc, before COVID came, you had challenges, but the challenges of COVID, let's add it or juxtapose to what you had before. And let's look at the impact. Like Randy,
Ghana is the only country.
But when I meet people who talk, Doc, when I meet people who close their eyes to all the change disruptions of COVID, and because they want power. By the way,
Ghana is the only country in the world.
Me, my last words.
At least you know my views on this.
My last words to the viewer.
Secretary inspired by economists.
The John Mahama that Felix is presenting to you,
it's better than
whose manifesto is saying that he will create jobs away from economy and do all this. Fortunately, we've been under his care for some years in this country,
and so we know that. So you didn't need 16 cedis to get $1. We know.
Luckily, we've seen the conduct of Dr. Bawumia in this country. Look at the two of them.
Yes.
Don't be in a hurry to look at only what NDC is promising today.
No. We'll look at what.
But look at what they did when JM was president.
There are two messages I need to read quickly. Before then, let me just say that Uncle Harris, of course, is hi to both of you. Oh, okay. He's watching together with.
Bawumia will require his expertise in ways and means to get over this election because
he's watching with Akwado. With Daniel Akwado. They're both watching the show and they say hi to you. But there are two messages I need to do. Okay, one. Your constituent. A constituent says that Honorable Okoe is said to be the one constructing the Teshina roads. Please tell him the road from Nat Hostel towards Dara's Preparatory School and Fort School Junction is waiting for its turn. The road has become very bad.
Dog is my next.
Secondly, what is the state of the NMS project?